Welcome, welcome to this special call that we are doing this morning. We are so grateful to see so many of you hop on live when we know that this is not our typical time that we meet. So happy to be with all of you. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Lexi Ackley. I am the Director of Field Communications and Field Training here at LifeVantage. It has been my absolute honor to work with Diz and Kelly and Sean the last couple of weeks as we have been so excited to welcome all of you as part of our Love Biome family joining us at the LifeVantage family. It's been awesome to kind of work with them, to get to know you guys, and to do everything that we know is necessary to help you be successful in growing your businesses. We are really excited about this exclusive call that we are going to share some exciting information with all of you that we truly believe is going to be a game changer in your business. We know that with transitions like this, there is always lots of things going on, lots of things, lots of learnings to be had. And so we are doing everything in our camp to make sure that we set you up for success. So, without much further ado, I am going to go ahead and introduce you to someone that really you guys don't need an introduction to because you know him very, very well. Our VP of Business Development, Kelly Olson. Kelly, take it away.
Hey, thank you, Lexi. Welcome, everyone. It's so great to be with you and so amazing to be introduced by Lexi. Lexi is an amazing person and a great partner and just one of the amazing LifeVantage team members and partners that we've met and are working with to really make a success, an outrageous success out of this partnership of Love Biome and LifeVantage. So anyway, thank you, Lexi. It's great to see you this morning and great to be with every one of you. We have got some great information for you today. And I know, like Lexi said, this is kind of an unusual time for us to meet, but it's important. This is one of those times, one of those, uh, you know, um, moments of information that is just really, really crucial for every one of you to get. And so we wanted to take this time out of your Tuesday, and hopefully you've got something to take notes on. We'll record this training, and the information obviously will be available also and in email format and some other ways. But anyway, let's get going. Really happy to be with you today. Also, want to thank Diz. Diz is uh, you know, his, this is our engineer, creator, facilitator, partner. Anyway, thank you, Diz, for all you do to make these trainings possible. This is the kind of the title or the theme that I wanted to put to our training today, our webinar today, Building Our Future. The From the very beginning, when we saw the opportunity to bring Love Biome and LifeVantage together, to us, we saw nothing but opportunity. And so that's the kind of the mindset that I want to implant in your minds today. That sometimes in our, human beings tend to kind of look at the way things are today and they overlook or, maybe minimize what the future looks like or what the future potential is. I want you to be thinking today about the future. I want you to be thinking about what this moment, what this opportunity really is creating in your life, in your business, and the potential actually not only in your life, but everyone that you touch. And so here we go. I want to emphasize again the process that we have been going through since June. When we met Steve Fife and his executive team, and then the expanded LifeVantage team, there was almost instant synergy. And this does not happen very often in business. I think you've heard Steve say this before and others. It just doesn't happen very often where you've got these two companies, these two cultures and messages brands and so forth that just seem to be destined to fit together. And so from the very beginning, you guys, from the very beginning, we saw the synergy between LifeVantage and LoveBiome. We saw the scaling opportunity that we've talked about before, and we'll talk about again kind of today, but also the opportunity that is opening up. Especially for our LoveBiome leaders and members who have access to resources, rewards, event opportunities, training opportunities, personal development opportunities that just weren't available in our smaller LoveBiome kind of ecosphere. And so think about this. Think about when two companies come together, the connection points that have to be solid. In order for this to really work, in order for it to like we often say, 1 + 1 = 4, 1 + 1 = 5. In other words, in order for that multiplication effect to really be in place, these connection points have to be solid. The culture, our company culture, our field culture, the culture of embracing our industry, the our the leadership, our leadership teams have got to be solid. Our messaging and mission. I'm sure that every one of you actually have been a little bit, impressed or astounded or whatever when you hear the LifeVantage message and mission when you've heard Lisa Barnes do presentations on our products and messaging, and Julie Boyster. It is amazing how close, how connected our messages have been, and it's really amazing. It doesn't happen very often. The product vision, technology, support, and resources. This is a huge thing for us that we have brought you, our LoveBiome team family, into an environment where there is so much more support and resource, and that kind of makes every day possible for you to focus on building your business only. And that's really where we want to be. The compensation systems, that we're going to talk a lot about that today. The compensation system, the Evolve plan and the LoveBiome plan were so compatible. We'll talk about that today, and actually some really interesting things that you'll all be, want to take note of that is being made available by LifeVantage for each one of you, beginning in November. And then obviously the opportunity, not only on the LoveBiome side, but the LifeVantage side. We talk about opportunity a lot in our industry. Opportunity is like the lifeblood in our veins. This is what drives the engine. This is what gets us going. This is what excites us, gets our blood pumping. When you think about the word opportunity, it's simply the future. It's simply the feeling like I am part of something big, and it's going to get bigger. And that is, I don't know, there just isn't a better environment to build an entrepreneurial business than the environment that we've created with the coming together of LoveBiome and LifeVantage. So let's talk about compensation for just a minute today. From the very beginning, LifeVantage has prioritized compensation analysis and compatibility. Now, what does that mean? That means from our very first meetings with Steve and his executive team and the entire LifeVantage team, the priority in our conversations has been, how will the LoveBiome leaders do in the LifeVantage plan? How compatible are the compensation systems? And this analysis has really has driven conversations. It's driven training and the way that we approach our business, the behaviors that we teach, everything. This has really been the driving focus. And the reason is simple, because beginning this month, we are all officially part of the LifeVantage team, working on the Evolve compensation system. We wanted to make sure that as that happened, your compensation, your business that you have built is safe and secure and actually acts as a launch platform for you to go into the future. And so everything that you have done, everything that you've built in Love Biome actually launches you into a great success beginning this month. And that has been conversation after conversation, analysis after analysis, kind of leading up to this official time when we're all working on the Evolve plan. So the standard that we worked from for the very beginning was for you to build confidence, to have you be able to build confidence in your own personal business. Now, what do I mean by that? It means that for years now, you have been building your business in Love Biome. You have enrolled subscribers, customers, members. You have built your organization through levels and started to receive the rewards in the compensation plan for building that business. We want to make sure you have confidence that the business that you have built is going to propel you into the future. And so, success to us was that the business you built in Love Biome translates into success in LifeVantage. Very simple, but very important. Your effort, passion, and so forth in building your Love Biome business will be a launch pad for your success in LifeVantage. So we just keep going on the same trajectory or a better one, so that there's no great adjustments or no great worries or no great risk, really. LifeVantage has designed, now this is the key point that we want to talk about today. LifeVantage has designed the ultimate confidence builder for Life Biome or Love Biome consultants. We call it a bridge. It's a bridge from Love Biome to LifeVantage. And I want to explain this. I want you to listen very carefully to this. Get to the next slide. You may need to help me, Des. It's not advancing.
Which one are you trying to get to, Kelly?
I'm just trying to get to the next one after this one right here. There we go.
There you go.
There we go. Oh, back one. Oh, now you're going crazy here. We need to go back.
Yeah, I'm not moving the slides. You might be hitting them.
Okay, it just might be delayed. Okay, everybody, hang on. Be patient with me. We'll get back to the right one. Okay, let this settle. Here we go. We're on the right one now. Oh, oh, you guys, this is really fun.
You're going forward, Kelly. Just 1 second. This is the one you want, right?
No, the one after this.
Right there.
Okay, the one that I'm seeing is not this one right here. Oops.
Okay.
Oh, it's moving. I actually got this one right here is. Okay. Thanks for your patience, everybody. Oh, it's moving.
I'm not seeing it move on my end, Kelly. What are you seeing?
I got an error message. Do I need to stop and start again? Because I'm seeing slides just advancing and going back. I don't know how to change this. I got an error message. The Zoom had kicked me out. And so I'm wondering if I am even what I'm doing.
So the slide right now on screen says reminders and our strategy for November and December. Do you see that?
I
And
see
now
it, but
went
it's not.
back one. Now went back to LifeVantage Bridge Plan for
Yeah, I'm
transitional
not seeing
months.
it on my screen. I'm not seeing the right one on my screen.
Okay. Well, let me stop sharing and reshare and see if that.
Just right at the very beginning, I had that error message that I used to get before. Okay, that's the right one. Can you see? It says LifeVantage Bridge Plan for transitional months.
Yep.
That is the one we want.
Hmm.
Ooh, thank you everybody for your patience. So this what you're seeing on your screen right here is the plan that LifeVantage has created that we call a bridge plan for Love Biome consultants. And so it is designed to support Love Biome originating consultants during the transition to the Evolve compensation plan. And the way it works is very simple. We take your average earnings from August, September, and October. Think about this now. As I explain it, think about it. So if you in Love Biome, if you had earnings, volume and earnings in August, September, and October in the Love Biome plan, we're going to take an average of that, of those earnings. And then beginning in November for the transitional months of November, December, and then January 2026, if your earnings turn out lower on the Evolve plan, then that average from those 3 months, August, September, and October, LifeVantage will make up the difference. Now, let me explain that again. Your average income, your average earnings, let's say your average earnings from August, September, and October was like $500. $500 a month. So if you look at your average of August, September, and October, you made an average of $500. And as we move into the Evolve plan in November, let's say that your earnings totaled $450. LifeVantage will make up the $50 to bring you back to the average of your earnings from August, September, and October. Now, I want to just quickly tell you that as we did the compatibility analysis, we found that the two plans, all I can tell you is the two plans are extremely compatible, and that in those instances where a Love Biome consultant in November, December, and January, their earnings are lower than their average from August, September, and October, that difference will be made up. We will top up the difference, which basically takes all of your risk away. So you think about it, what's my downside? You have no downside. If you're worried, gee, I wonder if my income is going to go down if we move into the Evolve plan, stop worrying about it. Because if you meet the qualifications, and the qualifications are very, very simple. First of all, you have to have volume and earnings in August, September, and October. That's qualification number one. Qualification number two is that you must be paid as a senior consultant 2 or above and maintain your average group sales volume from August, September, and October for those months. So in other words, you basically just need to make sure that you are where you were in August, September, and October. Okay, so the payment schedule. So for instance, the top up payment schedule will happen on December 20th for November, January 20th for December, and February 20th for January. And so the calculations are based on your average volume from August to October and your average earnings from August and October. But keep this in mind. This is a really important distinction. I'm going to go over this all one more time because this is so important. But some of you in the Love Biome plan earned one-time rank bonuses. Okay, the one-time rank bonuses are not included in those average earnings. And so, in other words, we're not going to penalize you if you earned a rank like a builder bonus or a leader bonus or a star bonus in one of those months. We're not going to put that included in the average. We're going to take that out of the average so that the average is just a true reflection of your weekly and monthly earnings in the Love Biome plan. Okay, so now you've all seen this. I'm going to do it one more time so that you really get this. And of course, we will have follow-up emails and follow-up training. So and I'm available, LifeVantage, customer service available, Sean. We're all available to help you understand this. This is simple and so amazing. Okay, we're looking at 3 transitional months, November, December, and January. So it's like we looked at this and said, okay, we're going to give our Love Biome originated consultants, you basically, we're going to give you a full calendar quarter to transition fully into the Evolve plan. So that and during that quarter, you have no downside. We're going to take away the downside. And LifeVantage is taking that downside and putting it on their shoulders. So what is the result? The result is all you need to do is think about the upside. Okay, so let's go through this. It's designed to support Love Biome originating consultants, which are all of you, during the transition to the Evolve compensation plan. If your earnings are lower on the Evolve plan than your average Love Biome earnings from August, September, and October, LifeVantage will make up the difference. So you have no risk, no downside. There are some eligibility requirements. You have to be active in those 3 months. So in other words, this program isn't for new people who joined in September or October. These are only for the Love Biome members and leaders who had volume and earnings in August, September, and October. Okay. And then the second one is you need to be paid as Senior Consultant 2 or above. I look at Senior Consultant 2, and to me, it's about maybe Builder Plus. It's kind of like it's a little bit above the builder qualification in the in the merchant. It's a little bit above the merchant qualification in our plan. And so it's kind of like Merchant Plus. So the barrier is very low. The eligibility requirements are extremely generous and simplified. The payment schedule. So if there is a shortfall, if you have a shortfall, the payments will be made for November business will be made December 20th, for December business January 20th, and for January business February 20th. And so you will get the average, no less than your average earnings from August, September, and October. Now, maybe, I don't know, maybe you want to, in the chat, maybe you could just tell how you feel about this, and even a thank you to LifeVantage, and that is awesome, would be amazing if you put something of gratitude in the chat for this, because this to me is, I don't know, to me this tells me that LifeVantage is saying to Love Biome, we want you to be successful. We want to take away the downside, and we want you to be thinking about the upside. The upside, you guys. And that is, I don't know, to me, this is This is a giant, giant, generous gesture on the part of LifeVantage. So let's keep going. The reminders, just to kind of keep, align where we are in terms of promoting our business and building momentum through the end of this year. I want to just kind of give you a reminder that our strategy is to align with LifeVantage in promoting the Healthy Edge stack and earning the Enroll 3 bonus. Our goal is to continue our messaging of driving hard through the end of the year using the Enroll 3 bonus and taking advantage of the launch bonus period that we're all in now, beginning November. Every one of you are in the launch bonus period that actually runs through February, 4 months, November, December, January, and February. So we want to take advantage of this. This is what we have taught from the very beginning. We want to max out the available opportunities for income. And so this is where, as Sean and I have been talking about this and kind of putting this strategy in place, and also with our top leaders, this is very, very simple. We want to make November and December the driving months that begin 2026 in full momentum. So this is kind of the getting us ready. And this bridge program that LifeVantage has put in place is just adding, fuel onto that fire. Because in my mind, the mindset of the Love Bio member needs to be right now, I can't lose here. Now, if you approach life and business in this perspective of I can't lose, all you're thinking about is upside. All that you're thinking about is where can I go? You're not thinking about what I'm missing or what I'm losing. All you're thinking about is what there is to gain. And that's the right mindset for growth. And so with that introduction, or with that explanation of what LifeVantage is doing for each one of you, I wanted just to talk to you a little bit about this word momentum. This has been on my mind a lot. And I know that this is a word in our industry that we talk about a lot, the word momentum. And I'm just wondering if I can ask you, each one of you, in your chat, on your keyboard, just contribute to this discussion. What does the word momentum mean to you? What does it look like? Why is it important? Think about these questions and respond and contribute. Help everyone who's on this call today kind of get a feel for, when we talk about momentum, what does that really mean for us in terms of our business? I think that in my career, I've said that word a billion times. What does it mean to you? What does it mean to be in momentum? What does it look like? What does it feel like when you're in momentum? What is the feeling that you have about the business of products? How does this, someone just said forward movement. Somebody says movement. It's much easier to keep moving forward. Mike Hankey. Thank you, Mike. Take advantage of the new opportunities to gain strength from this event. This idea of movement, you guys, moving forward. It's like momentum is this secret sauce, this magic sauce that once we get going, it's just easier to keep going. That is why we talk about it so much and we emphasize it so much, that when we have events, and sometimes, it's really a mental process. When we have the right mindset and we start seeing the results, it creates this feeling like I can do this more and more. And the thing that I've learned in my life is this: when I get a good result, A good result could be a favorable product review from one of your customers. A good result could be a check, an increased check, or just earnings from the compensation plan. A good result could be just somebody saying, I love what you do. I'm really interested in what you're doing. Those good results create an appetite for more. And that is momentum, an appetite for more. Because when you've got an appetite for more, it makes it easier and easier to move forward. I've used this formula before. This is a very simple formula describing the components of momentum. Momentum is mass times velocity. Now, in this equation, I'm thinking, okay, if this is the equation for momentum, mass times velocity, let's break this down. Let's talk about mass and let's talk about velocity within LifeVantage. What is mass for a LifeVantage consultant? Okay, the mass is a successful, profitable, publicly traded company with no debt, with resources at the ready, with amazing track record of success, with a compensation system and reward system that is, famous in our industry. The mass for a LifeVantage consultant makes it feels like you've got wind at your back. You feel like you are part of something big and moving. That's the mass, the feeling like we're not going to have operational issues. We have the legal and regulatory protection so that our business is protected. We have the sales and marketing assets that help us be successful, spread the message, and get more and more people involved and interested. We have the products. We know we have the products that make a difference in people's lives, and the compensation system that puts money in our pocket. That is the mass for a LifeVantage consultant. The velocity is simply the rate at which we move. Velocity is simply the rate at which we start conversations, train our people, attend Zoom meetings, fortify our own knowledge, however we communicate through technology, through person to person. Velocity is simply an expression of how we move. And so you add our velocity, our individual velocity, with the mass of LifeVantage, and it creates momentum. And the result of creating momentum is increased positive results, increased income, increased product, positive product reviews, conversations, people being interested, just the whole nature of our business that makes us excited about getting up every single day. I mean, this to me is the best possible scenario. When we are in momentum, we don't want to go to bed at night. When we're in momentum, we're not afraid for the phone to ring. We want it to ring. When we're in momentum, we can't wait for the next person to talk to. And that is exactly what we are building right now together. Think about it this way. Momentum is the fuel for your business. When you are earning becomes easier. When your check is going up, it is easier to make it go up more. When your team is active, it is easier to keep it active and increase activity. Just like a car is driving on the road, and each one of you have this experience every single day. When you press on the gas pedal, it creates velocity. The car is the mass, the gas pedal creates the velocity. And once that car is moving, to get it going from 10 miles an hour to 20 miles an hour requires a very minor adjustment in pressure on the gas pedal. To go from 60 miles an hour to 70 miles an hour requires a very little adjustment in pressure. You see what I'm trying to say? Once you are going, the going is easier. And so think about this. When you are earning, earning is easier. When your check is going up, it's easier to make it go up more. It takes less pressure on that gas pedal to maintain or increase the momentum. When your team is active, it's easier to keep it active. And so, you guys, it's really simple. November, December, January into 2026, we want to create that momentum so that a little bit of added, velocity, a little pressing the gas pedal a little bit more creates a greater degree of momentum. I mean, put it in simple terms, that's exactly where we are. Where are you now? Is your car in the garage, kind of waiting for you to start the engine and push on when you first start your car, you kind of put your pedal harder to the gas pedal to get it going? Are you in the beginning phase? Is your car moving? How fast is it moving? Where are you right now in terms of creating momentum? Now, it's also very important for you to realize the difference between busy work and things that actually create the results, the income, for instance, that you're looking for. And so we need to make sure that we've got our vehicle in gear before we get going, before we press that gas pedal. Because pressing the gas pedal when the car is in neutral does us no good at all. And so do a little bit of self-evaluation of where you are right now. And in this context of what I've just explained to you, that we have 3 months now where you literally have no downside, so that your mind can be focused entirely on creating momentum. And now here is the truth, and every one of you know it. If you use these transitional months, November, December, and January, to create the momentum, this momentum in your business where you're earning your check, your team is more active and growing, by the time February comes along and March and April, you will experience this momentum. You will experience the reality in your business where just a little bit of added pressure creates a greater result. That's where we want to be. That's where we want to go. Beginning this month, actually, let me just tell you, October was a record month for LoveBio. And so we are already, as a group, we are already in that mode. All we need to do is keep moving. We have the tools, we have this system now, this plan, and to keep our mindset only focused on the upside. This is a perfect place to be. Momentum is fueled by accumulation. This is the velocity part of momentum. The accumulation of conversations, subscriptions, earned bonuses, earning partners. The accumulation, you guys, sometimes in this industry, we think about ourselves personally. We fail to acknowledge the power of accumulation, but network marketing, our business, rewards accumulation of conversations about the product and business, accumulation of positive results from people who are using our products, the accumulation of positive results from our compensation system. People who are earning money, who see their income going up, the accumulation of earned bonuses and earning partners. This accumulation creates massive success, and momentum is fueled by the accumulation of these things. This is where our minds need to be, you guys. This is where we need to be, in terms of creating our own business plan for November, December, and so forth. We need to be thinking in terms of accumulation. And we break it down by accumulating conversations, accumulating subscriptions, earned bonuses, earning partners, accumulation of our own recognition and success in the Evolve plan. LifeVantage has made it possible for you to remove the downside. So all you have to focus is on the upside. This mentality is powerful because most people go through their life thinking about the downside, whether it's health or family or career, money, whatever it is. Human beings are wired to think of the downside first. That's why this to me is like Christmas came early, because LifeVantage is saying to every one of us, stop thinking about the downside. Make sure you hit those eligibility requirements, and then all you need to do is focus on momentum. You focus on the upside. Now, I'm going to ask each one of you who are on this call, you're the leaders that we have designated to get this training first. I want to challenge each one of you to create this massive mindset within our organization, within your team, up and down line, cross line, infected through the entire organization. The mentality, the mindset of focusing on the upside. This can change the approach of every single person. This can make the impossible possible. If you're looking for a particular income goal for November and December and moving into 2026, this mentality is crucial for you to hit your income goal. If you're trying to motivate your team, this mentality is crucial. And so you need to be our missionaries. You need to be our evangelists to help create this mentality of not focusing on the downside. LifeVantage, our great partner company, has taken that away. And now we are free to focus exclusively on the upside of our business. This is huge, you guys. And then just as a glimpse into 2026, do you realize what a monster year 2026 is, what we're looking at? You know, if we are successful in creating this mindset of advancing and earning and recognition, of accumulating, of creating momentum, 2026 is going to be a monster year for us. There will be incentives introduced. There will be incentive trips like the Growth Summit that it really should be everyone's first goal, to earn a trip to corporate headquarters to participate in the Growth Summit activities. Momentum Academy in Las Vegas. This is a global convention year in October, incentives throughout the year, programs designed to help you keep the momentum going throughout the year. The Evolve Perks program that is, I don't know how many of you have gone through that publication recently, but you should again. And look what is available in terms of recognition, gifts, reward, perks, besides and outside of the compensation system. The Evolve Compensation Plan and the Evolve Perks program are partners. I don't know, you guys, this is a great moment in time. I'm really happy to be able to share this news with you. I'm really happy, hopefully, to help you take the first step, or maybe many of you have already way down this path, in building your mindset of looking at the upside, of creating momentum, getting your car out of the garage and getting it going. All you have to, every time you are driving your car on the interstate or on the road, and you want to go from 50 miles an hour to 60 miles an hour, I want you to mentally think, how much pressure does it require my foot to put on that gas pedal to go from 50 to 60 miles an hour? I want that thought to go into your mind when you're driving your car, and it signal to you, if my business is going 50 miles an hour, it takes very little pressure, added pressure, to get it to go to 60. Every time you drive your car, make that mental note and create that mindset, and it will surprise you what you can accomplish together. So I'm just very, very happy to be with you today to share this information. Sorry about the technical glitch earlier today, but we got through it. And I don't know, to me, there's nothing better for me than to share this time and to kind of brainstorm and create vision together. Be our emissaries. Don't keep this information to yourself. Let's make a decision that we are going to create within our team a mindset of momentum, accumulation, and the upside potential of what is in front of us. So I want to thank I want to thank Diz and Lexi, and I want to thank each one of you for participating. As I mentioned, we will continue to share this information. So grateful that you're here. Reminder of our weekly 20 again tomorrow. We'll have some great information for you that you need to be a part of tomorrow. And with that, I will say thank you and sign off. And again, thank Lexi and Diz and each one of you for participating. So have a great day, everybody. And I'll talk to you soon.